Okay guys, the other day I was trying to light one of my homemade fire starters out in the pouring rain, and it actually brought up a very good point, and that's a point that is often overlooked and never really discussed, and that is, what is the best striker for your ferro rod? The other day I was trying to get a spark on this little bitty area here because I wasn't wanting to expose it to the elements. And the item that I was using as a striker was my Pathfinder 2 knife, and the sparks were actually going everywhere but on that spot. So it took about 20 tries with my ferro rod to get it going. So to me, that's just wasted resources. So I thought it's time to figure out what is the best striker for your ferro rod, whether it be any of the homemade items that you make or for the mini Inferno itself. So stay tuned, I'll be right back with you. We're going to see if we can figure this out. Okay, here are the tools that I commonly carry with me. Got a Gerber folding saw, got the Mora companion, Pathfinder 2, Benchmade Henry McWilliams, Leatherman Super Tool 300, the striker that some of the ferro rods come with, a couple pieces of flint, and of course the striker here. So let me get a place set up. Let's give each of these a try, see which one does the best. Okay, I'm going to do this two different methods. The first method, I'm just going to do the whole typical pull my ferro rod back and away, and then the other one I'm going to take on my old hearths. I'm going to lay it down, brace the fire rod, and strike against it like so. The item that I'm going to be using is just a piece of char cloth, and this piece of char cloth, I actually got this idea from a guy by the name of Steve Justice. You can look him up. I subscribe to his channel. He just used a piece of dishcloth, and it's really thick, and takes an ember very easy and holds an ember quite well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch off, a small piece like this. That way, like I said, it makes my sparks go into a localized area. So first method I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the ferro rod back. First up is my Henry McWilliams. Okay, got an ember. I'm going to smother it out here. 2 strikes. Did fairly well like that. Let's go ahead and let's move on to the Mora companion. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the Pathfinder 2. Okay. So far, all 3 of those knives didn't really send the shower into a very localized spot. For the most part, they just kind of dispersed around it. But let's just keep trying, see what we get. Let's try the Gerber saw. There we go. Gerber sawback actually did pretty well. Threw a good amount of sparks, and it was actually in a pretty localized spot. Let's try the Super Tool 300. I'm going to use the back of the saw here as well as the awl. Let's do the saw back first. Nice and localized, good amount of sparks. Close that saw, go to the awl. There we go, nice. So far, each of them seem to be performing pretty decent. So far the saw back seems like it's the one that sends everything in the most localized spot. Okay, let's go to something a little unorthodox, and that's just a shard of flint. And I'm going to do that one more time just to make sure that that's not a fluke. Wow, okay, that is awesome. So far, that little piece of flint put everything right on the money. Okay, striker that it comes with. Bam! You ain't getting much better than that. Okay, I gotta tell you, out of everything, that piece of flint and that striker right there, as far as pulling the the item back to send the sparks, both of those two outperform all those knives and everything else, hands down. So let's try the next method here. Let's get the old fire hearth up here, put it up on there. Okay, we'll start from the beginning. Okay. Not bad. This knife just does not have a very good sharp 90 degree. Alright, let's try the Mora. Okay, there we go. Smother it out. Again, does the job. Nothing fancy. Pathfinder 2. Tell you one thing about the Pathfinder 2, when you dig into it, it's going to send sparks everywhere. Okay, let's try the saw back. Pretty good. Okay, let's try the saw on the Super Tool 300. I gotta tell you, that thing works really well as well. That's all there is to it. Move to the other side and try the awl. The awl is one of those things that's the angle has to be just right, or it just doesn't work as well as it would otherwise, but once you find that angle, it seems to work pretty well. Okay, one I'm very interested in. Back to the old piece of flint. Man, I tell you what, that thing is awesome. And the striker. Gee. Alright guys, both methods that I used, those things are awesome. Just the little piece of flint shiver and the striker that it came with, both perform outstanding. Look at that. Look at those sparks. very localized. The striker, very localized. Amazing. So there it is, guys. My opinion, can't go wrong with a piece of flint or the striker that it comes with. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Have a good day, guys.